This time, the chair recognizes Vincent James Triolo of New York, chairman of the National Convention Committee on Legislation, for the purposes of a report.
Good morning, Commander Oxford, Adjutant Wheeler, past national commanders, distinguished guests, legionnaires, and friends. I am honored to stand before you today on the stage of our 102nd National Convention. The National Convention Committee on Legislation met on Sunday, August 29, 2021, at the Phoenix Convention Center South Building, Exhibition Hall G. There were 40 delegates to the committee present and 5 guests in attendance. Following the preliminary activities to officially organize the committee, the chairman and secretary were duly elected. I, James Triolo, a delegate from the Department of New York, was elected chairman. Following a motion from Robert Hensley, a delegate from the Department of Tennessee, Bernard Stegmuller, a delegate from Illinois, was elected secretary, following a motion from Richard Perry, a delegate from the Department of Arizona. The Legislative Convention Committee received no resolutions for consideration and no new business was discussed. A motion by Al Richards, a delegate from the Department of Wisconsin, was initiated to allow the chairman and secretary to make technical corrections to the committee report as necessary and appropriate. This motion was unanimously approved and adopted by the Legislative Convention Committee. A motion by Melvin Smulin, a delegate from the Department of Maryland, was initiated to authorize the chairman and secretary to sign a report on behalf of the Convention Committee on Legislation. This motion was unanimously approved and adopted by the Legislative Convention Committee. In closing, I thank all of you for the service to this great nation, and more importantly, for your continued service through the American Legion Auxiliary, Sons of the American Legion, and the Legion Riders. Thank you for this incredible honor. National Commander Oxford, as a duly authorized delegate to this convention from the Department of New York, I move for the adoption of this report. Thank you.
Do we have a second? Have a motion and a second to adopt the report. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, nay. The report of legislation is adopted. Next order of business, our next speaker has been active working to serve the military and veterans community for more than a decade. She raises awareness of the VA loan through financial briefings to service members across the country. She has also been married to a retired Army soldier for more than 20 years. Please welcome Vice President of United Veterans Home Loans, Pam Swan.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here today. I do want to correct the gentleman this morning introducing me. I'm much older than that. I've been married to my military husband for 34 years this year. So what that means, and I tell everybody that I speak to, is that I'm very old. So thank you so much for having me here today. I'm honored to be here today representing Veterans United Home Loans. As the largest VA purchase lender, our mission is to help veterans use their hard-earned benefit to achieve the American dream. As a military spouse, as you heard, my husband is a retired Army Sergeant First Class. I know how important those benefits are to military families. That's why I'm so proud to be here today. My husband has been in the Legion since the Gulf War. I've been active in the Legion Auxiliary for many years. There are a lot of fantastic service organizations out there. For more than a century, though, the American Legion has been and continues to be the gold standard. The Legion was the first veterans organization to understand that the bonds of brotherhood and sisterhood that unite us were not forged in a single war or a period of service, but through generations. I'm sure many of you here today belong to the same chapters as their parents, their grandparents, and their children. My father-in-law, Jack Swan, he was a U.S. Navy veteran World War II and a lifetime Legionnaire. He was especially proud of having served as a commander of the Legion Post number 23 in Watseka, Illinois. Every year, he would stand on the same corner raising money for the Legion programs on Day. When my husband and I would come home with our family on leave, he would stand on that same corner with his father. And it was always such a special memory for our family. We wouldn't have it without the Legion. The American Legion is a lot of things to a lot of people. For young people, programs like the Boys and Girls State and American Legion Baseball are their first opportunities to take concepts like teamwork and civic responsibilities and turn them into meaningful action. For service members, the Legion is a support system. In the past 20 years especially, Legionnaires have been fixtures at deployments, redeployments, and funerals. They have also been the staunchest advocates of our service members on Capitol Hill. For veterans, the American Legion is home. It's a way they can continue to serve and bond with their brothers and sisters. It is a way that they continue the mission of advocacy for their fellow veterans and ensure our nation lives up to its promise to our veterans. I can't imagine the world without a Legion. How different would all of our lives be? Without the Legion, there would be no GI Bill. The GI Bill fundamentally changed America. It put veterans on a path to success. It greatly expanded the reach and importance of the VA, transforming it from an organization with a limited mission to one that stands side by side with veterans throughout their lives. For many veterans, that path includes home ownership. Since the creation of the VA Home Loan Program in the original GI Bill, the VA loan has been utilized more than, get this, 25 million times. And just last year, for the first time ever, veterans used their VA benefit over 1 million times. Families like mine, and I'm sure many of yours out in the audience, the GI Bill has been the cornerstone of our success. It has been life-changing. Now multiply my family, your family, by 25 million. You can now begin to see the Legion's impact and importance. While I've got the platform here today, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to the American Legion. Thank you to all of you in the audience. Thank you for your role in creating and protecting the GI Bill for generations of American veterans and their families. Not all of the work the Legion has done has been as well known or as instantly impactful as the GI Bill. For decades, Legionnaires have worked tirelessly to bring the invisible wounds of war into light. When the Legion was formed, what we recognize now as PTS was called shell shock and later combat fatigue. Thanks to the advocacy of brave veterans who understood before others that such conditions were not a moral failure or a sign of weakness, but a treatable medical issue. While there is still a long way to go in fighting and understanding PTS and to end veteran suicide, today service members have resources that we couldn't have imagined in 1919. I bet just about everyone in this room has either served in an overseas combat zone or has a loved one that has. We all know deployments add stressors to an already stressful life. Veterans are just like everyone else. They have the same obligations. They have the same rough patches in interpersonal relationships and same financial hardships. For many veterans, the hardest part of leaving the military or even just coming back from a deployment is the loss of community and purpose. My husband has told me about the focus and the sense of mission you have overseas. When you come back home, life in garrison environment is tough. For guardsmen and reservists who are often dropped back into their lives as if they were never gone, it can present unique challenges. That's when the American Legion is needed most, and it always rises to the occasion. For over a century, the Legion has used its platform to enhance the lives of our veterans, their families, and our military. Every year, the Legion works to protect and expand hard-earned, well-deserved benefits. The Legion also utilizes its massive platform to educate our veteran benefits, encourage the buddy checks, and promote many other resources, its own, the VA's, and those of other organizations that help veterans get through difficult times with their heads held high and their health intact. That's why me, my husband, and now my employer, Veterans United Home Loans, are so proud to be a part of the Legion. When Veterans United began in 2002, our founders quickly realized that to serve value-based organizations like the U.S. military, we needed to be a value-based organization. Our mission is to help veterans use their VA home loan benefit to get their hard-earned piece of the American dream. We're the biggest VA purchase lender in the nation because our primary goal is to help veterans and their families come home. Our values to deliver results with integrity, to be passionate about our work, and the enhancing lives every day inform every decision we make at Veterans United. That's why we set up Veterans United Foundation, which is completely funded by our employees and our company. In 10 years, Veterans United Foundation donations and partnerships have changed the lives of countless veterans. As a responsible corporate citizen, Veterans United Home Loans works closely with a number of great organizations. Last year, we launched a campaign, Make It Mean More, which paid off the homes of 11 outstanding veterans. The reason I'm here today on behalf of Veterans United is to talk about our relationship with the American Legion. Earlier this year, the American Legion and Veterans United Home Loans formally announced our partnership to keep faith with our veterans through expanding veteran suicide prevention efforts. We pledged $2 million to build on the great work the Legion is already doing. This will allow, thank you. Thank you very much. This will allow the Legion to expand programs and opportunities for Legionnaires. It will increase opportunities for peer support training. It will help distribute important mental health and wellness tools and resources through the American Legion's infrastructure. In other words, it will save lives. Without the Legion's advocacy over the years, without the Legionnaires bravely taking stands to address mental health issues that can lead to suicidal thoughts, this program wouldn't exist. This program couldn't exist. The men and women who have fought the world wars, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, and other campaigns had to be the ones to stand up and say, it's not just okay to ask for help. It's your duty to yourself and your families and each other. To many of us that have lost loved ones to suicide, usually the warning signs are difficult to see. Too often, they aren't even evident until after the act, and even then, they're hard to spot. We must continue to work by lifting up our brothers and sisters who are struggling. We must continue to fight back against those who would stigmatize invisible wounds. We must continue to devote our resources to care for those who have borne the battle. We owe it to them, and we owe it to each other. Thank you for inviting me here to share some time with you today. On behalf of Veterans United, I can tell you how proud I am of this partnership, how excited I am for the work we are doing together to help our veterans. God bless you all, God bless America, and God bless the American Legion. Thank you very much.